Okay, so it's Tuesday, as I said. This is day 8. I've done a week. Tuesday again from when I started. Um, Crazy. Just it's just a total change of feeling today. I can't even know how to explain it. And as you can see, I had the old Barnet cut. Um, yeah. So it's not been as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I'd say the first day, probably 3 and 4, were quite difficult. Yeah, I'd say 3 and 4 were quite difficult, but the fact that I was ill as well did not help one bit. Um, yeah, so, but what I've come to realise today is the fact that I went out with Mandy earlier and Chloe, and we went to Pets at Home and to get the dog and rabbits and bits. And there's a big Greggs on that site where we go. So Mandy went to get some sausage rolls and a coffee because there's a Costa next door. Yeah, and obviously not for me. I'd only had a bit of pita bread this morning with a bit of Bovril spread on it. I've just had a couple of crisp bread, cracker bread, Rivita type things with a couple of boiled eggs. But what I've come to realise is that, yeah, I could quite easily have scoffed a steak bake or a sausage roll or a sandwich, or I could have drove to McDonald's and had a McDonald's or whatever. I probably would have ate it, but I would have ate it for the sake of eating it. I wasn't actually hungry. I've not felt so hungry at all, which now, after all these years, has made me realise that sitting and eating, like, especially if an evening was my downfall, I'd sit and I'd eat crisps and cakes and chocolate and just shit on top of like having a takeaway maybe an hour or so before. Was that food even necessary? Was it something that just in your mind, like you just think you're hungry, and you're actually not? And I've realised now, after doing this, as I say, on to day 8 today, that yeah, I was eating for no reason. I wasn't eating because I was hungry. It was just it's a mind thing, isn't it? I think. I mean, how I'm going to feel after the op, I don't know. I mean, obviously that's going to come, but I don't know. I've just felt different today. I've felt like more alive, a bit more energy than. I mean, not that I've ever got a lot of energy, but yeah, just different today. And I think it's a bit of. I've sort of read it. I mean, I did the keto diet for a while earlier. It was before Christmas. I stopped it about November. I did it for like 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. But I don't think I ever got myself into full ketosis, where the ketones or ketones, whatever they're fucking called, like kick right in and you feel more alive and like a lot of energy and stuff. I don't think I ever quite reached that point. Although I did feel a lot better. I didn't have as many aches and pains in my body. as normal. But yeah, I sort of read that this gives you the ketones as well, doing this LRD, and I don't know if that's what I've experienced today, where it's kicked in a little bit. And I mean, I've had a food day yesterday and today. As I say, I'm staying well within the 1,000 calories and well within the 100 grams of carbs. So obviously not eating carbs with keto. When you keep your carbs low, what it does is it starts to eat your body fat, your excess body fat, and that's what gives you your energy, and it gives you quite a lot of energy. Because it's natural rather than you forcing carbohydrates into your body. So yeah, and because I've been low on the carbs, like, well, for a week now, say day 8 today, and maybe it was a bit of ketones kicking in today, which feels good. It feels a lot better. Notice my breathing's not been quite as heavy, and I mean, I don't know if I've lost any weight. I don't know. As I say, I'm not one for figures, numbers, scales, and shit like that. This is all about health for me at the moment. All that comes later. So I will wait until Tuesday when I go to hospital, and if they weigh me, they'll weigh me. If they don't, I'll ask them if I can be weighed. So I'll know Tuesday if I've lost any weight in the 2 weeks. But the LRD is not about losing weight anyway. It's about shrinking your liver. So I'm not going to get too hung up on that. If I've lost anything, what a Brucey. But yeah, just different today, and I was going to have like I mean, it's 4:45 now. I was going to do myself a spag bowl. Well, I've got one that I made the other day. I kept half, as I said in the other log. So I may have it later. I'm not sure. I'm gonna. I've just had 2 days of food yesterday and today, so I'm gonna strike on the milk tomorrow. I'm gonna have a milk day tomorrow. So tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm gonna have a milk day, and I'm gonna have a milk day Thursday. I'm gonna do the next 2 days on the milk and yogurt, and then Friday and Saturday I will have food. Obviously within the parameters and whatever. And then Sunday, Monday will be milk and yogurt for the last 2 days before I hopefully, fingers crossed, because I'm still waiting for the phone call Monday to let me know if there's a bed, which is, I know it's crazy, but I could end up doing this for a fortnight and then not even going in. But things are what they are, so we take each day as it comes. But yeah, last 2 days I'm going to strike the milk and the yogurt, so I'm more liquid up, ready for going in on Tuesday, up Wednesday. So yeah, what I will do is it's Tuesday today, so I'll log again on let's see, food day. So I'll do the 2 milk days, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'll log on Friday again. I'll do another vid on Friday before the weekend, and then yeah, and we'll see how I'm feeling then. And but I feel a lot better. Obviously, my cold's 95% shifted now anyway. I've still had a little bit of a cough, but nothing major. And I've got my PCR on Saturday. They're coming to home to do that 3 days before. So then that'll be a case of I think I have to isolate. But they'll tell me anyway. They'll inform me what's what with stuff. So yeah. But the hunger thing really really at home today. The fact that Yeah, you can eat. Yeah, you will probably. I mean, I could probably go and get an Indian and sit and eat that. Whether I'd eat as much as I used to eat, I don't know. But I could definitely get it and start diving into it, or fish and chips, or Chinese, as I said, McDonald's and Greg's sausage rolls, steak bakes, but blah blah blah, sandwiches. Do you know what I mean? I used to make myself sandwiches, and do myself sausage sandwiches, bacon sandwiches, and eat like 4 slices of bread, and maybe eat another slice of bread while I'm cooking, and just. But like, did I need all that food? Did he? Did he? It's so difficult to explain to people who basically can eat like an horse and just not put any weight on. I mean, I've got a few pals that can do that. Um, but yeah, are you actually hungry? Have I ever actually been hungry? Do I know what it feels like to be hungry? Because I've always been a picker and always eaten big sized amounts of food. So have I ever really experienced that hunger thing? So I've been fine. I've been going to the toilet fine. I've not had no grumbling belly or nothing. I think I've been quite lucky with the fact that I've not had no headaches or not. I don't think from the LRD. I mean, I had a headache from me cold and that, but I don't think I've actually had any headache as such from doing the diet. So it's just a case of seeing it through now. And going from there, get the op done, and then move on to the next part of it. As I say, I've got all my broth ready. I've got all my pureed food ready. Whether I'll eat the pureed stuff, I don't know. I'd probably just sooner stick to soup or something, but I will give it a try and see how I get on with it. I have to shut my eyes while I eat it, but we'll see how that goes when we come to it. So it's just this one day at a time. I'm quite happy taking it one day at a time. But today's been a very enlightening day, if that's the right term. And I really should stop saying after everything I say. But anyway, it's there you go again. So what I'll do is I'll log again on Friday. So speak to you then.